Welcome back to Move with Molly. Today we've got a full body wall Pilates workout with optional weights. I'm using 5s just for a frame of reference, but you could use whatever weight you're comfortable with. Let's start with our feet against the wall, knees under your hips, and we'll start with some roll-ups. Peel your hips up. Let's start warming up our core here. Very intentional, one vertebrae at a time. Start to feel the warmth in the back body and the stretch in the front body. As always, you're keeping your neck super relaxed. Your arms are nice and light on your mat. Getting that full extension at the top. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and fan the legs, stretch that out. Come on down and let's grab a weight. So you can use one weight for both hands, or you could even have one weight in each hand. As we float up, arms reach up toward the hips, and as our hips float down, arms come back down overhead. So if this feels a little easy, then you can go ahead and grab your other weight just for a little more work of the upper body here, upper abdominals. Find your flow, flowing with your breath, really squeezing at the top. Great job. Nicely done. Go ahead and leave those weights where they're at. Let's peel ourselves up to the top of our bridge here. And we're going to take one heel up, the other heel up, and both together. Really squeezing your calves and your hamstrings here. How high can you go on your toes? So right, left, and both together. Beautiful. Keep your hips lifted, squeeze. If this is too much, then you can do this same move with your hips down on the mat. Hold it here. Keep both heels lifted and little pulses of the hips. Lift, lift, lift. Heels come down and roll on out. Great job. From here, we're going to grab one weight for both hands. We're going to come back up into our bridge. Of course, if you don't want to do that, you can stay down on your mat. We can modify everything we do. Now, we're going to float one foot up straight toward the ceiling, and arms are going to come overhead, and we're going to shoot our fingertips toward our toes as we flow back and forward. Keep your core tight. Stay lifted through that hip. Breathe. Inhale, length. Exhale, squeeze. You've got it. Nicely done. Straight into the other side. Yes, you are so strong. Almost there. And slowly roll on out. Weight comes down to the side. Give yourself a little break here. Readjust yourself if you've kind of lost your form. Check in. And we're going to rise up for one more. Don't worry, we're not going to be here all class. Floating one leg. We're going to shoot the knee in and up. So the knee comes toward the chest and then shoot it straight up, really getting the low abs. Little breaths. Beautiful. Straight into the other side. We're not here long. You did it. Both feet back on the wall and lower back on down. Rock that out. You can hug it in for a moment. Okay, so we're gonna keep our hips down on the mat for this one. Take one weight for one hand, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna crunch and take the weight underneath one leg as you crunch the knee in and switch. So passing the weight through. Try and put all that tension in your lower abs, not your neck. Exhale as you crunch, inhale as you return. Great job. You did it. We're gonna walk our feet up the wall for this one. So yes, the hips are gonna rise up. And we're simply going to hover one foot and swing it out to the side and then the other. Try and keep your hips perfectly still. Keep breathing, you're almost there. All right, let's pulse this side out for 10. Beautiful, other side, 10 pulses. Whew. And go ahead and walk the feet on down. And we're gonna be on our side for this one. So on a knee, you could be on your hip if you don't wanna be on your knee. And on a hand, you're gonna take a weight for your top arm and we're gonna push our top foot against the wall. So really find that length that's in line with your hip. Arm reaches overhead and we're gonna bring elbow to knee and shoot the leg back against the wall. Side crunch. Inhale, length, exhale, crunch. Really push against that wall. Yes, really squeeze. Way to go. Now we're going to stay on this side, lower the toes down to the mat and back up. Again, push against the wall. That's it. Keep going, just a few more. Way to go. Let's go ahead and get the other side. So pardon me while I turn around. It's going to be my back side. You're probably turning around too. Other leg against the wall, other arm shoots overhead, and start with that crunch. Bent knee to elbow. Weight comes down and the toes come down to the mat and back up. Starting to get really warm in here. We're about to have a water break. You can make it. All right, let's finish it up, shall we? So toes are gonna be against the wall for this. We're on our knees, you're in tabletop position, wrists are directly under your shoulders, Your spine is nice and flat, core is pulled in tight. We're gonna hover the knees, otherwise known as bear pose. So the knees are just an inch above your mat, and we're going to touch each shoulder, trying not to sway as much as we can. You're probably going to just a little bit, that's okay. If this is too much, take a break, calm down. You could do this completely on your knees. This really gets the low abs and the quads. Hold just for a few seconds and lower back down. All right, walking ourselves forward for this next one. You're gonna shoot one leg straight back, so toes and heel against the wall. You're turned out just a little bit. And we're gonna float the opposite hand with a weight. So we're gonna reach forward and front, and then back down. Keep that long line in your spine. Great job. Take a breath. You can roll out the wrists, and we're gonna get the other side. Other leg shoots back, find your form there, and the other arm is gonna flow forward. Here we go. You are so strong. Don't forget to breathe. You did it. Go ahead and shake that out. Well done. So let's go ahead and stand up and have some fun against the wall as we're standing. We're gonna take one hand on the wall, and you're gonna walk yourself out just a little bit. We're gonna bend the knee, keep it bent, keep it locked there as you lift to the side and then back. Now you can stay here, or we can add on. If you're wanting to add, you're gonna hinge forward, and to do so, you're gonna walk yourself further away from the wall. Same movement with the leg, lifting out to the side and kicking back. Wherever you're at, pull your core in tight, squeeze your glute, squeeze your outer thigh. We're trying to be nice and light against the wall, so just fingertips if we can help it, really challenging our balance. Moving at your own pace, great job. We're gonna get the other side. You can use your other hand, so turn around, or you can face the same direction using the same hand and just the other leg. So starting standing, getting nice and warmed up, and if you wanna add on, you're gonna hinge forward. You choose how far you kick. How much are you squeezing? How deep are you lifting that leg to the side? Strong through your standing leg. Your hips are nice and square, both pointed straight down towards your mat or straight forward if you're standing. Great job. Coming on up, shake that out. We're gonna grab our weights. One for each hand. Go ahead and find yourself against your wall. Your feet are about hip width apart, and you may have to play around with your position as we lower down into a squat position. You want your knees right over your heels. Your back is mostly flat against the wall. We're gonna take a bicep curl, elbows into the side, up and down. If this is too much, you do not have to be in your squat. You could push on up. Great job. Slide on up. Well done. All right, this one is going to be really fun. We're going to end with one foot against the wall, and our leg is mostly straight. So we're standing on the other leg. We've got both weights. And you may need to adjust yourself. That's totally okay. You want to be nice and extended here. Arms out. We're going to tip down and to the other side. So how low can you go on your standing leg? Little breaths. Exhale. Exhale. Really challenging for our obliques. Legs are working really hard. So if this is too much, you can bend the elbows. Just keep moving. You're almost there. We're going to stay here and switch it up. We're going to reach under and up. So reach under the legs and pull it up. Really pull the core in tight here. How far can you reach? Well done. Last one on this side. We're going to lunge into the wall, bend the knee, and push back. You could always drop the weights if they're a bit much, but we're almost there. Way to go. And again, pardon me, I'm gonna have to turn around while we finish this up on the other side. So you're probably turning yourself around now too. Take some time to set it up, that beautiful form, straight leg against the wall, starting with the tip, down on the standing leg and to the other. Breathe. Woo! Time to reach through. Ready? Reaching underneath and pulling up. I hope you're feeling so proud of yourself and so strong. You're doing amazing. You're gonna feel so good when it's done. Ready? Last one. Let's lunge into that wall. Give it all you've got. This is it. Woohoo! Shake that out. Let's give ourselves just a minute or two to completely stretch out. Let's take a wide-legged child's pose, knees as wide as your mat, toes against the wall, reach forward. Once you're there, we're gonna reach one arm under through our legs and the other side. Flow with it. Let's hold this side, take a couple of breaths here, and then we'll get the other side. Well done. Walking the hands to one side of the mat, all the way over as deep as you can. A nice twist here. And then walking the hands through center, getting the other side. Walking the hands through center, go ahead and come forward off the wall a little bit. Go ahead and reach back with the hands. Nice stretch for the front body, and we can take our arms up and against the wall, really opening the chest here. Be sure to subscribe so you can find the other wall Pilates workouts I've created just like this. I'll see you in the next one.